Hello students and everyone, welcome to AriserTalent. In this platform, you will get online and offline video lectures. Student, we are discussing class 10th CBSE portion and in that we are on the chapter coordinate geometry, right? Okay, in coordinate geometry students, we have discussed about the which formula? Section formula and distance formula. Distance formula we have covered and we were discussing about the which formula, tell me? Section formula, right? Okay, so we are talking about now the section formulas numerical. Type 1 numerical we have done. In this chapter, we'll move on to type 2 and 3 and maybe type 4. Okay, let's see. Now, the type 2, which is on finding the section ratio or an endpoint of the segment when the section points is given. In the type 1, the reverse of this category we have discussed in the type 1. Now the type 2. Okay, so what two parameters are here? Section point which is given and section ratio which we have to find out. I've told you that this is lambda or you can write it like m by n. Okay, this was the thing that you have find out in type 1 question. In type 1 question, you have to find out the section point and you are provided with the section ratio. Now the reverse. So we'll talk about this, the reverse thing. So how will we solve this? Simply, we'll just take an example. We'll just take an example of that. Then we'll solve that example. Now the example is if the point C points coordinates are what? Abscissa are -1 and ordinate 2. So the point C -1, 2 divides internally the line segment joining A to 5. Okay, and B in the ratio 3:4. That is what? M by n ratio. M by n ratio is what? Lambda. So it is basically 3/4 equals to lambda, which is given, or you can say that value of m is 3 and value of n equals to 4. Now lambda equals to m by n, so lambda equals to 3/4. Find the coordinates of B. We have to find out the coordinates B. Coordinates of B, that means abscissa and the ordinate. Now what will we do in that case? We all know the section formula here, right? Or not? We know na. So we'll just simply write this formula and we'll find out that what are unknowns, and we are having the equations and we are having the unknowns. We will then relate, we will then talk about it. Okay, so first of all we will understand this thing, that what the question is exactly going to tell you. This question is exactly going to tell you that you are having a line, this is for sure, and this is a point A and this is a point B. So okay, I'm having a line that is A and B, and what's telling me that A is 2,5. Okay, now I have to find out the coordinates of B. So whatever I have to find out, I can write X and Y also. Okay, but what? Wait, we've always studied in this particular chapter the coordinate geometry that this point P is having these XY coordinates. So it will be a little bit confusing for us guys. So what we'll do, we'll create here alpha and beta as unknowns, right? So the alpha and beta are what? Unknowns in this particular question we are assuming, right? We can assume it X and Y, but that can make a formula and this like a little bit confusing. So we'll go with the formula. So we are just assuming this alpha and beta. You can solve this question by assuming this X and Y. It's only assumption, right? Okay. Now we have the point C -1 and 2. Now this point P is not P here. It's not P here anymore. It's C here. This point we named it C. Okay. And the coordinates of this point C. And the coordinates of this point C is given -1 and 2. -1 and 2. Okay. So I should write it -1 and 2. Okay. Now if I will go back to the formula, section formula, right guys? So I'll find out that that was my x1, y1, that was my x and y, and that was my x2 and y2, and this was m and this was n, and m by n was equals to lambda. And one more thing, here I have provided this m ratio n equals to 3 by 4. It is provided 3 and it is provided 4. So we are writing the all providing things in this color. Okay, that is what 3, right? 3 and that is 4. So 3, 4. Okay, now I have just draw this diagram for you and put all the values in this figure. So do I need to write the given things? You know it very well. We are discussing it right from the chapter 1 how you are going to write it in examinations. Okay, so this is all things we have given and I have drawn it for you on the green board or green board. Okay, now the solution here, students, solution. So guys, what I'm having as my formula, come here this side, by formula. Which formula? You can also write section formula. By section formula, guys, what we are having? We are having x and y. The value of x and y is equals to the abscissa lambda x2 plus x1 by lambda plus 1, and here lambda y2 plus y1 by not by 2, that is lambda plus 1, right? Okay student, now it's your choice. It's your choice whether to have that formula lambda x2 plus x1 by lambda plus 1, this formula, or you can also find the same thing with the help of what? mx2 plus nx1 upon m plus n. That's all about your choice to select the formula, because you're having the value of m and l or m and n also, right? So you can use that also. Okay, now putting values, right? Putting values of lambda, which is equals to m by n, which is equals to m is given 3, right? So 3 and 4. So lambda equals to 3 by 4, and in addition to that, x2 equals to x1 equals to y2 equals to y1 equals to. Now the values are given here. x2 is given alpha, we have assumed, let, okay, and that is y2 is beta, let it be, let x2 equals to alpha and y2 equals to beta. That's what we have to find out. Okay, now x1 value is clearly 2 and y1's value is clearly 5. Okay, no negatives, right? We are having all the negatives out there in the C point. Now the value of x, again the value of x and the value of y is also given. What are the value of x and y? Here it's minus, right? Minus 1 and 2, positive 2. So we are having all these things. So what we'll do? This implies that what? X and y. So x is minus 1 and comma 2. That will be equals to lambda, which is what? 3 by 4. Okay, 3 by 4 multiply by x2. Now x2 is what? x2 is alpha. So alpha plus x1. Now what is x1? 2 by lambda plus 1, right? So this is about what? This is about the x. Now the y value of y is here lambda 3 by 4 multiply by y2. Now what is y2? Beta here. Okay, so beta plus y1. Now y1 is 5 clearly here, and this lambda is 3 by 4 plus 1, isn't it? Okay, So, can I continue this question on that part? Okay. So, I am having this third part right there. So, you can just move here. Right? Okay. So, what will I do? Simply -1 and 2. That will become, this is 3 by 4 alpha plus 2. Now, if I will take LCM 4 here and also I will take 4 LCM here. So, the 4 and 4, the denominator will cancel out. Now, that will be 3 alpha plus 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. So, that is 3 alpha plus 8, 3 alpha plus 8. So, I will write here 3 alpha plus 8, or can I write it right there? Here, okay. 3 alpha plus 8 by 3 alpha plus 8 by here, that will be 3. Okay, denominator will vanish. So, 3 plus 4 ones are 4. 3 plus 4 is what? 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. Okay, so I am writing it, writing directly 7 here. Now, if I will talk about this one, that is 3 beta for sure. So, 3 beta plus 4 multiplied by 5 is 20. 20, okay, divided by 3 plus 4, again 7, right. Okay, so this is thing. Now, that means -1 equals to this and 2 equals to this. So, can I have these two equations and can I find the value of alpha and beta from there, right? Okay, this implies that -1 equals to 3 alpha plus 8 by 7. That means 3 alpha plus 8 equals to -7. Now, if I find the value of 3 alpha from here, that will be -7 minus 8. -7 minus 8 is -15. So, 3 alpha equals to -15. 3 alpha equals to -15. Implies that alpha, value of alpha equals to -5. First thing, the value of alpha here, guys. Now, I have to talk about the value of beta. Now, by the same thing, I can just have this 2 equals to this 3 beta plus 20 by 7. Isn't it right or wrong? Right? Okay. So, when I'll check, when I'll talk about it, that will be, and 2 equals to 3 beta. This here, 3 beta plus 20 by 7. Now, that will be 7 to the 14. 14 equals to 3 beta plus 20. I can do it right there for you. 14 equals to 3 beta plus 20. Now, that means 3 beta equals to 14 minus 20. 3 beta will be equals to minus of 6. Minus of 6. Okay. So, can I directly write here that this implies that, this implies what? That 3 beta is equals to minus 6. Minus 6, that means what? The value of beta. The value of beta is here nothing but -2. So, guys, do I have the answer right now? Here, right? That is, the alpha's value is -5 and the beta value is -2. So, can I write this here? Come this side. If I'll talk about the answer, here, what it's try to find out the coordinates of B. Coordinates of B equals to what? Minus, or what I can write here is alpha and beta. Alpha and beta, and which is equals to -5 and -2. So, this is our answer. This is our answer, right? Here. So, what you will do now, just note this complete question, students, so that we can move forward. Okay. Noted. So, should I rub this? Okay. Okay. So, this is kind of interesting question now. The formula is same, right, guys? The formula is same. We don't have to learn, very much of formulas here, but we know how to use it. We know where to use the properties. Okay, because because you will be finding it a little difficult when you are not able to link these coordinates with the given figures like line, triangle, quadrilateral, rhombus, rectangle, and so and so and so. So, what you have to do? You have to link this coordinate geometry with the figures you have studied like triangle, rhombus, that means quadrilateral basically, so parallelogram also, rectangle here also, okay, triangles also. So, you have to make a link between them, and if you will do that one time, if you will solve the questions, okay, then you will be having that idea automatically without any question. So, it is easy if you practice. So, what you have to do? You have to practice is from where you will practice is, you can have our AriserTalent sheet, right, and from there you can have the variety of questions and number of questions also, both the things are there. Okay, so the next is type 3. This is the type 3, right, on determination of the type of given quadrilateral. Now, we have to determine the type of the given quadrilateral. What is quadrilateral? Quadi, that is 4 sides. Now, student, 4 sides is okay, it's a kind of polygon, but what is specific determination? What do you mean by determination of quadrilateral? Quadrilateral is a quadrilateral in any way? No. Quadrilateral can be a quadrilateral, right? Quadrilateral can be a quadrilateral, but other than that, that can be, it's bothering me. Okay, so quadrilateral can be a parallelogram, that can be, that's your parallelogram, right, that can be a rectangle, right, that can be square, right, that can be a rhombus, these angles will be same here, okay, that will be 90 degree in the both case, these angles will be same in this case, okay. So, these are some of the properties, and you know all these properties of this diagonal, these diagonals are having also properties. So, we have some properties here. So, what we have to do in this, type 3, you have to determine the type of given quadrilateral. How? Using the properties here. If I am having some point ABCD here, try to understand it guys. If I am having some properties here of ABCD, now can I have this AD equals to BC and CD equals to AB. Now with the distance formula, if I prove that AB equals to CD and BC equals to AD, that means these two pairs are equal. So of course that will be a parallelogram for sure. But is it only a parallelogram, or it is a rhombus? It is a rhombus. It may be a rhombus. Okay. So we'll go with the diagonal. If the diagonals are meeting in the same point or not. Yes. If the sides are rectangle, sorry, right angled or not. So we'll go in the details. Okay. So this is the category we are going to discuss, right? So should I rub? Noted. Okay. Now you noted it. So we should move on to the next beautiful question. Okay. Prove that 4, -1, 6, 0, 7, 2 and 5, 1 are the vertices of rhombus. Is it a square? Is it a square? Let's find out. Let's find out it is or it is not. Now what is talking about we have to prove that it is rhombus. In process to be a rhombus, it have to be a parallelogram first. So if it is a parallelogram, so if I talk about the parallelogram, these sides should be equal. These two sides, that we talk about it, A, B, C, D. So this AB will be equals to CD and this CB equals to AD. Now, if this is a rhombus, if this parallelogram is a rhombus, and I'll draw the diagonals, then the midpoint will be the intersection point. To be the midpoint as the intersection point, the midpoint of AC and midpoint of BD should have the same coordinate. So we can find out if the AC's midpoint and DB's midpoint are same or not. If they are same, this is rhombus. If they are not same, but these sides are equal, then this is a parallelogram. Now, is it a square? The next question. Actually, the question is this only. We have to prove it. So that have to be like this only. We have to prove it. Now the question is, it is square. So what if it's square? Rhombus is specific category when the when these four angles of rhombus are equal, these four angles equals to 90 degree. That particular rhombus is what? A square. Now when will it become a square? When this angle will be 90 degree. To be this angle equals to 90 degree, this triangle should have triangle must follow the Pythagoras theorem. So here we are with this strategy of our question, what we have to do. So let's begin. Okay, let's begin the fun with the maths, right? So my dear students, we have to prove, in order to prove, we should assume something. Okay, so let the given points be A, B, C and D. Okay, so if that's so, that means A is 4 minus 1, B is 6, 0, then D here, alright, D 6, 0, okay, D is 7, 2, 0, okay, 7, 2, and am I hungry or what? It's like I've just ate the C. Okay, now D is what? 5 and 1, right? I'm eating letters, this is ridiculous. Okay, so 4 minus 1, 6, 0, 7, 2, 5 and 1. So this is the question. Now we have to verify all these things. So finish the question. It makes me relax, vanish the question. Now I have to be with my own word with this question and with my students, right? Okay, so that will be a quadrilateral, that is A here, B here, C here and D here, or should I write with different color? That is A, that is D, that is C and that is B for sure. Now we know nothing about it, but we know that this is given 5 and 1, this is given C 7 and 2, this is given B 6, 0 and this is given A 4 minus 1. Okay, so what we will do now, first we have to find out AB. Now first we'll write the distance formula. Now again, distance formula, we have talked about it in what? Session 2 of this chapter, right? Okay, distance formula, distance will be equals to, what will be the distance here? Root of abscissa difference square plus ordinates difference square. And if I talk about the distance AB, I'll be talking about AB, then BC, and then CD, then DA. So AB is equals to what? Root of 4 minus 6 square plus write this like this is 4 minus 6 square plus minus 1 minus 0 square. Okay, so that is basically 2 square. 2 square, okay, 2 square is 4, 4 plus 1 5, so that will be root 5. AB is root 5. Okay, now I'll be go with BC. Now BC is B and C here, so 6 minus 7, the abscissas and the ordinate 0 minus 2 square. This is minus 1 square is 1. Now this is minus 2 square is 4. Okay, root 5 again, root 5 here, root 5 here. Now what I have to do? I have to find out that what is the CD here, CD. Okay, so CD that will be 5 minus 7 square plus 1 minus 2 square. Again minus 2 square 4, 1 here, so that will be root 5. That is AD here. AD here. Okay. So for AD, I'll be having root of A and D. So 4 minus 5 square plus minus 1 square. Clearly minus 1 is minus 2 square is 4, and 4 minus 5 is 1 square is 1. So again root 5. Now look here, root 5, root 5, root 5, root 5. So if I talk about this is 1, 2, 3 and 4 1 here. So surprisingly AB equals to BC equals to CD equals to AD. Not only the pairs are equal, but also the complete 4 sides are equal. That is possible only if it's rhombus. These two AB and CD. So if AB and CD, right, and BC and AD will be the pair, will be the equal line pairs, then we'll say that this is a parallelogram. This is first method. There are a variety of methods. You can also do that you have to find out if this is ABCD, the second method I am telling you. If this is ABCD, what you have to do? You have to find out this BD. You have to find out this BD and you have to find out this AC. Now if the midpoint of this AC and BD is same here, again, right, you have proven the same thing. So how? Let me tell you here only. So it's for only, it's just for knowledge. So if I talk about this, the midpoint of this 2 will be 6 plus 5. 6 plus 5 is what? 11. 11 by 2. X1 plus Y1 by 2. So that will be 6 plus 5, 11, 11 by 2. So here the point will be, midpoint will be 11 by 2, comma 1 plus 0 by 2. So that will be 1 by 2. If I will talk about this 7 plus 4, 7 plus 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 7 plus 4 by 2, 11 by 2, and again 2 plus minus 1, 1 by 2. So that will be 1 by 2 again. So what? The midpoint is same, which is the intersection point. So you can prove it by this also. So we have taken a different approach. We have proven that these all sides are equal. Now this proves that, implies that ABCD is a what? Rhombus? Rhombus, okay. So rhombus we have proved. Is it a square? So we'll talk about the square thing here. If ABCD is square, then what we generally do, if we have to find out whether the thing is right or wrong, what we do, we assume that this thing is right, this is right, whatever it is saying, it is true, and on this basis of this assumption, we just derive things that if it's true, that should be followed. But if that is not following, that means what? What we have assumed is wrong. Okay, so we'll do the same thing here. If ABCD is square, then look here in this diagram. If ABCD is ABC will be what? ABC will be a right angle triangle. Okay, so then triangle ABC is right angled triangle. Now if it is right angle triangle, this implies that AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. By the Pythagoras theorem, AB square plus BC square equals to AC square by Pythagoras. That means this implies that AC square equals to AB square. Value of AB square is root 5. Value of AB is root 5 and it is also root 5. So AC square will be 5 plus 5. That means AC will be equals to root 10. AC will be equals to root 10. Okay, AC will be equals to root 10. But is that true or not? But AC equals to, by the distance formula, we can find out, equals to root of the ordinate square, sorry, the abscissa square, difference of abscissa square plus difference of ordinate square, not difference of abscissa. Abscissas are what? For AC, 4 minus 7 square, and the ordinate minus 1 and 2. So minus 1 and minus 2. So that will be, that is 3 square, which is 9. Minus 3 square is what? 9. So 9 plus minus 1 and minus 2, minus 3. Now minus 3 again square, that will be 9. That is AC equals to root of 18. So we are having these 4 equations here. So that is equation number 5 and equation number 6. So by equation 5th and 6th, what we can conclude? The value of AC here, which is from distance formula, is not followed by our supposition of this. This is a right angle triangle. So this is not a right angle triangle. If this is not right angle triangle, so this is not a square. Okay. ABCD is not a square. So this is our answer. Okay. And here we have proved. So ABCD is not a square, but ABCD is a rhombus. So we have proved and we have answered whether it's yes or no. So completely note this question, student. Now what we have done, we have covered this type 3, okay. Then we'll be having this type 4, but not now. Type 4 will be having in next lecture, okay. So till then what you have to do, you have to visit our website www.arisertalent.com, right guys, where you can find out the video lectures of Kota's highly experienced faculties, okay. So visit that and have some question papers, solved question papers, right. So all the best for that guys, and with that note, bye bye, take care.